Hello, boys and girls. These are the class rules that we have for our classroom. And so far, since you've been with us online, we've learned about rule number 1, we walk. Number 2, we listen. And number 3, we share. That's the one we're going to talk about today. You've already read one story about sharing. Now we're going to read another one. Let me go over here to where my book is. This book is called Do You Share? This book was written by Joanne Mattern. She's the one that came up with the words for the book, and someone took pictures with their camera, and that's how they illustrated the book. Are you a good friend? One way to be a good friend is to share. Do you know how to share? So here's two friends, two girls, and they are sharing an umbrella. That's right. There's only one umbrella, but there's two girls. So if they don't share the umbrella, what's going to happen to the other person? She'll get wet. That's right. So they decided to be kind to each other and be good friends, and they are sharing the umbrella. Now everybody will stay dry. There are many ways to share. Sometimes sharing means that everyone gets a piece. So here are some friends at a table, and they have a cake. The cake is only one thing, but when you cut the cake into pieces, everybody can get a piece and you can share the cake. So that is another way to share something. When you make a batch of cookies, you have more than one cookie, so everybody can have one. Sometimes sharing means doing things together. You can share toys. So here are some friends that have decided to share a ball. That's right. They're rolling the ball back and forth between their legs because there's only one ball. And if only one person plays with the ball, then somebody's going to get left out and they're going to get their feelings hurt and they'll be sad. So one friend decided to be a good friend to the other, and they are sharing the ball. That way everybody gets to play. You can share a snack with a friend. Sharing can be yummy. So here are two friends, and it looks like they have a orange, and the girl is sharing her orange with the boy because there's only one orange. So the best way to share something that's one is to make more than one piece of it. That way, everybody still gets to have some. You can share crayons. There are plenty of colors for two. So here are some friends at a table, and look at all those crayons that they have. They're on one side of the table, but she's sharing them with her friend. And that way, everybody gets to add to the picture. You can share dress-up clothes. Playing dress-up is so much fun when you share. So these friends have lots of clothes to choose from. They both have on a hat, they both have on some clothes, but what happens when two people want to wear the same hat? It looks like they found a way to share. They are both wearing a different hat, and maybe in a few minutes they can switch the hats, and then they're sharing where each person gets to wear the hat that they want. They can share the shoes, they can share the clothes, they can share the purse. One person uses it for a little while, and then the next. And then you switch. Sometimes sharing is hard. Sometimes you do not feel like sharing. And I know this is something that I feel sometimes too. When you have something that means a lot to you, or it's a special toy, then it kind of hurts your heart sometimes to let someone else have it. But it's not letting them have it forever. It's just for a little while so that they can feel special too while they're playing with your toy. You get to be a good, kind friend, and then they will share back with you when they're finished. This little girl doesn't look very happy, but she'll be happy when her friend is happy playing with the baby too. You and your friend can both feel good when you find a way to share. So how did they find a way to share this baby? Yes, one girl let the other girl hold the baby, and then one girl is feeding the baby. So they're both getting to play with the baby, and then they can switch their jobs in just a few minutes. So when something is difficult to share because it means a lot to us, we just have to find a way. Sharing is one way to solve problems. Sharing shows that you care. Sharing is a great way to be a good friend. Both of these friends are sitting on the same bench, playing the same instrument, but they're on different ends and there's lots of keys to play. So they're taking turns on the piano. That's our story, Do You Share? Now I have some things over at this other table, and I just want to show you some of the things that we have in our classroom that we share. So this is a tub of crayons, and when you come to school, I'll have some crayons on the table for you, and there's lots of crayons inside here, and everybody can use one. You only use one crayon at a time, so one person can pick their color, another person can pick their color, and everybody has something to use. Well, here's one thing that's in our classroom also. We have baby dolls in our classroom, but there's only one of these baby dolls. What happens if two people want to use the baby? What could they do? That's right. Remember the girls in the book? How they shared the baby back and forth? That's what you can do with this baby also. I love cupcakes. These cupcakes are in our home center. There's only one pan of cupcakes, but look how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 6 people can have a cupcake. That's how you share this pan of cupcakes. One piece of paper. How are more than one person going to share a piece of paper? What if they both want to draw? Well, one good way to share a piece of paper is to take some scissors and cut the paper into 2 pieces. Okay, I can't do that with one hand, but you can imagine. I'll cut up this line right here, not a line, I'll cut right there, and after I finish cutting, there will be 2 pieces, and each person can have their own piece. So those are some ways that we can share in our classroom. Talk about some ways with your caregiver that you can share at home. And maybe think of something that's kind of hard for you to share. And think of a way that you could do that and be a good, kind friend. Goodbye.